In this video, I'm going to try and replicate this broken part out of my hay baler. It's meant to be somewhat breakable. So it's a fork that rakes hay into the bale chamber on the baler, so that if something gets out of time or something goes out of whack, this breaks in something more instead of something more serious. But they're quite expensive, and I'm going to see if I can replicate this with a foundry casting by gluing this together and then use this as my foundry pattern. And I do know that the casting will be a little bit smaller, but the only critical dimension really is this dimension in between here, and that can be machined. That little bit of difference should be fine. I glued it together, and I'm going to see what I can do to make a foundry pattern. Use the broken piece as a pattern and cast a new one. When I separated the mold, I did get real good upper, what is it, the cope, I believe. Very good where the spool comes in there and all that. But I did get one breakout right here, but that's of no consequence. This is not a critical part. It just, as a matter of fact, it might improve the strength of the tine so it doesn't break, because who knows how good a quality of casting I get compared to a factory made one. A shed with no door on it, and the building is not worth very much. It's kind of a piece of junk, but so if I should have a fire and burn down, I won't at least lose a valuable shed. It's well away from my house and garage. This is the view of the furnace with the crucible in it. The metal all melted. I'm trying to get a picture where you can see the melted metal. I will not show pouring of metal because I don't have a stand or anything to hold the camera when I pour it. Well, the casting turned out of the hay prong. I had other castings I did at the same time. That's the mold after it's been out, and that's there's some flash around the edges, but that should make for a good part. I believe it's good on the other side, except for that one fall I had. Yeah, I'll have to drill a few holes and a little bit of milling, and it'll be good. Well, here is my casting, and it seemed to turn out good with that one fall in this one area, which is of no consequence. I'll machine it off a little flush, but that's no big issue. The only thing that's important is this part right in here, and I'll have to machine that and drill a few holes. And I left these little spots on here so I could see where the holes should be drilled.